You struggle with consistency because the expectations you have for yourself are way too high. You're right that you have something valuable to share with the world. You're wrong that you can skip the process of looking bad, lost, and downright foolish on your way there. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 tips that help me stay consistent, not perfect, when starting new goals so you can finally commit to the goals you know you were meant to achieve. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Catherine, and I help people designing a life of agency build systems that work for them. So let's get into it. There are really only 3 things you need to do. The first one is obvious, but almost no one actually does it because it's deceptively easy to get wrong if you're not intentional. And it's creating what I call a bare bones checklist. Now, a bare bones checklist is the bare minimum required to stay on track towards your goal. And I know the words bare and the minimum can feel like loaded words these days, but this is genuinely the key to staying consistent. It sounds simple, it isn't, especially if you're ambitious. Here's what I mean. Most people love bomb their goals. They show up passionately at first, and when results don't show up fast enough, the romance fades, the motivation drops, and they drift away. A bare bones checklist fixes this because it forces your attention onto building the right habits, not sprinting toward the end goal. To build one, you have to become friends with your goals first. Think about it like a real friendship as an adult, where maintaining a friendship takes intention and showing up in small, clear ways over time. So here's how I avoided love bombing my own goals. So when I started my tarot business, I made a bare bones checklist for sales calls. So just 3 things. 1, let the business know I exist. 2, get a contact. And 3, send them my info. That's it. Because the thing is, as simple as these sales calls are, I still don't like picking up the phone and calling strangers. So I made a bare bones checklist that greatly drops the pressure of making the calls and ensures I'm able to show up and make these calls over a long period of time and are genuinely effective because I chose an avatar that truly only needs those 3 things from me. But here's the thing, staying at bare bones level forever will backfire. If you want to avoid accidentally friend zoning your own goals, this next tip matters even more than the first. So point 2 is to make small improvements over time. And I know that sounds sort of like obvious and like unglamorous, but it's important. And this doesn't mean making every session your personal best. It just means periodically looking for small ways to get better at what you're doing. For example, I've been running consistently for 18 years, and I am not a great runner, like genuinely. For 12 of those years, I could only run 2.5 miles before I was completely exhausted. And I genuinely couldn't figure out why I wasn't improving. Because at the time, my bare bones checklist was really simple. It was show up, sweat, run 1.5 miles, and then call it a day. And I did that for a while, but one day I opened up the Nike Run app, the Nike Plus Run app, and I did a guided run and I learned about pacing, and I realized that for 12 years I was running too fast. And so I slowed down and started focusing on improving my endurance. And then before I knew it, quite quickly, 2.5 miles became super easy, then 3 miles, then 4, then 5. And then over time, I started focusing on other things too, like my speed, my breathing. And now I'm training for a half marathon. And I genuinely never thought I would get to this point. And the crazy thing is, the training doesn't even feel strenuous. Granted, I have time, it's like 6 months away, but still, it's because I've been making these gradual, small improvements over years. If you want to avoid going stagnant, look for the small corners of your craft you can dust off over time, and before you know it, you'll have improved more than you ever expected. Now that you have your bare bones checklist and you're making small improvements, this last tip is where everything actually comes together. And almost nobody does this one, but it is literally the secret to putting consistency on easy mode. Point 3 is to abandon the timeline. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, maybe even like bad advice, but stay with me because you've probably heard of Parkinson's law, the idea that if you give yourself all day to do something, it will take you all day to do something. The thing is, people hear that and they think that they need to force everything into a super tight deadline. But here's what people miss. That principle, that law, only applies to inputs you can control, not outcomes. You can control how many emails you send, how often you show up, how many videos you upload, but you can't control how many clients respond, how fast results show up, or how many people watch. So don't confuse taking action that increases your odds with actually controlling the outcome. Those things are completely different. And here's the part nobody talks about. When your goal is big and genuinely life-changing, the version of you setting the timeline is not the version of you who will actually achieve it. Your current self is unqualified to estimate how long this will really take. So stop listening to that estimate. The best thing you can do for your morale is to take on the habit with no fixed expectations, just a commitment to showing up regularly, making small improvements, and letting time and focus determine when the results arrive. So those are my 3 tips that help me stay consistent, not perfect. They're what's kept me tethered to my goals over time, and I hope they're useful to you too. But here's the thing, as you move towards your goals with more consistency, there will be moments when your emotions get in the way of your progress. And we don't want that, but we also don't want to ignore what makes us most human, which is why I made this video where I go over how I stay productive without ignoring my emotions. So go ahead and click onto this video and I'll see you there.